Welcome to Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football, the season finale here on WYLN. And as always, it's brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner. I'm your host, Marty Burns. We'll be joined by head coach of the Hazleton area football Cougars, Dennis Bookman. After the break, we talk about the tough loss in the district championship to Delaware Valley. And a little bit later on, we'll look at some of the seniors that will be leaving this Hazleton area football program. But first, we talk Delaware Valley, and that's next.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
Having a trusted local healthcare partner who knows you and keeps you well is vital. Lehigh Valley Health Network's Vital Choice program is a free wellness program for greater Hazleton area residents ages 60 plus who like having choices in healthcare. Vital Choice gives you access to your choice of doctors, your choice of healthcare services, and free and discounted fitness, wellness, and social benefits without limiting you to one insurance provider. Learn more at lvhn.org/vitalchoice or call 501-7444.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Imagine how inconvenient your life would be without power. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you will have power when you need it most. Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted.
The Wire Guys, 1338 North Church Street, Hazel Township, 570-459-3345, and visit us at homewireguys.com.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Welcome back to the season finale of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. And it's always brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner here on WYLN. I'm your host, Marty Burns, joined as always by the head coach at Hazleton area, Dennis Bookman. And Coach, thanks a lot for coming on with us. I know it's a little fresh from Friday night's tough loss to Delaware Valley. May not have time to take a look at the season as a whole, but I think a lot of positives to build off of. Your team responded well after the first two games, finishing strong at the end of the year. And one of the positives, you mentioned it last week, you said to the group, how many have won a district playoff game? Nobody had done so until the Friday previous against Wilkes-Barre area. Now the next goal is, how many have won a district championship? In that, I'm sure that's your goal.
Sure. We talk about this team 30, as we name this team being the 30th team in program history. 8 wins this season, which matched the total from 2009. You have to go back that far, where our program has won 8 wins. Our goal was to win a championship this year, and we were able to do that, winning a Wyoming Valley Conference Division I championship against Williamsport on the road. We were able to be 5-0 in the regular season on the road, which is only the second time in school history there as well. So you look at some of the positives here, winning 8 of the last 10, 5 in a row at one point, which you have to go all the way back to 2009 to see that. So a lot of positives for our program, a lot to build on, as you said. Certainly because of that senior leadership we had, and it's so sad to be able to see those seniors leave in terms of being able to have production on the field, but they certainly never leave our program. But we're also excited for the group that we have coming back, with returning over 35 guys on our roster and a lot of production coming back to our team. So, a successful year didn't kind of in the way we wanted, but certainly a lot to look forward to, and we know our program's heading in the right direction.
And just to focus on that group coming back for 2022, the seasoning they got with that 5-0 road record that you talked about, talking about places like Berwick, Dallas, Williamsport, to just name a few, the success that they see that they could get on the road, that's got to pay big dividends for next year.
Absolutely. You're looking at a group, as you said, playing, first of all, to start a season against Wyoming area and Harrisburg, 2 state-ranked teams. As we talked about even before the show, the 3 teams that we lost to this year are all in the state playoffs. So to have experience against them, then you talk about playing on the road and being able to play in a district title game at Delaware Valley, making that trip, experiencing what a championship game feels like. Being able to go into an off season now that we hope is truly back to normal, where we don't have any breaks and we truly could get through a full off season and be able to continue to develop there. It's such great experience and valuable experience for those who are coming back in our program.
And let's get a look at those highlights. It was a 35-20 loss, but the game was much closer than that. We start with defense here. Nice pass defense by Connor Kundrat.
So we won the toss for this football game, and we elected to defer until the second half. We came out. We were able to get a 3-and-out. Started with this play by Connor Kundrat and great pass coverage. And then this third down play here by Mitchell Maston to force a punt on Delaware Valley's first drive created a lot of energy and excitement for our program.
And your last line of defense, a great pass break up here that we'll get a look at twice by Matthew Bookman.
Matthew Bookman, like so many of our guys, played so well on Friday night. He was certainly someone who shined very bright under the lights of the championship game. Tremendous play here, being able to, first of all, get into his proper read and progression, and then, as you see here, speed turn and make a play then on the football to save a touchdown.
And as you said, he had a big night. It wasn't just defense, but here we see him on offense.
So we unveiled a package here with Matthew being able to take the ball from behind center. And we had some success on Friday night with that, as you see a great run there by Matthew Bookman.
And here we see him in the passing game.
Absolute big third down conversion here. Great read by Tyler, nice protection. Matthew Bookman gets a first down for us.
And a combination that it has excelled a lot this year, Wolf to Shamani.
Absolutely. You talk about just the productivity that we have from Connor, Makasatis, Matt Bookman, then a big-time catch there in the middle of the field.
You mentioned him. Here's Makasatis.
Absolutely. We knew it was important to get touches for all of our guys early on, and we wanted to distribute the football as we did.
And here we get your first touchdown of the night to Connor Shamani. We'll look at it twice.
This is a fourth down play here where we actually had a penalty that brought us back from being down towards the 1-yard line. We ended up getting backed up here on fourth down. We had a throwback. Great job by Tyler Wolf. Connor Shamani being able to continue to pierce through the back half of the defense. Great throw and catch touchdown.
And that end zone look gives it a great shot at how it developed. And one of Coach's favorite plays, Team D, and we look at it twice.
So we talk about how defense must travel. All 3 phases have to travel, but in a championship game on the road, you need your defense to travel. And certainly we showed up, we were prepared, we were ready to for the challenge of playing a Delaware Valley football team, which is so physical and so sound, and our defense did a great job right there.
And another weapon that emerged late, Connor Kundrat here in the passing game.
Connor Kundrat, great job here, first of all, by the play fake with Tyler Wolf and Matt Bookman, and being able to get the ball to Connor Kundrat on the edge.
And we got to look at a juggling catch here by Matthew Bookman. We look at it twice.
This is tremendous concentration in the middle of the field here. Matthew going down to his knee to still be able to stay with the ball. We work on these things all off season, the little things in terms of, we talk about how, it's important to not only strengthen our muscles everywhere, but also in our eyes. Tennis ball catches, doing things, the little things here pay off, and a great catch by Matthew Bookman in the middle of the field.
And here we see a Tyler Wolf scramble for a first down.
Once again, we talked about how Tyler was going to have to start using his legs more as we continue to progress here later in the season and into the playoffs. He does there for a huge first down.
Unofficially, we counted 6 missed tackles on this touchdown run by Matthew Bookman, and we look at it twice.
Well, we talk about the game he had, and certainly he was somebody who just shines so bright on this stage here. He was one of the best players on the field. Tremendous job there, being able to just physically will his team into the end zone. Great job up front with blocking. We see receivers downfield here. Matthew Casadas getting in on the block as he's continuing to work north. Christian Price there you see trying to help his teammate. Just a great job all around here, and a tremendous play by one of our top athletes.
And then we see a nice play here that we look at twice, a leaping Sachs interception.
Chris Sachs, we had him on earlier in the year in the show, and you love the kid. You love when great things happen for him. This is a tremendous job of being able to understand and feel the screen, something that's worked on all the time in practice. Chris Sachs, everybody was excited here. Gave us so much momentum right before the half as well. Tremendous play by Christopher.
And here, a nice run by Ryan Matthews.
Ryan Matthews here to start the second half on inside trap. We want to get him going offensively in that second half, and he certainly responded.
And here we see Matthew Bookman with a nice tackle in the open field.
He's so big for us in terms of running the alleys in our defense, and he's only gotten better and better as the year progressed, and that's just a tremendous play there running the alley.
Here we have Wolf to Casadas.
Great job by Matt Casadas to be able to pace and find a seam inside to set up a second and short.
Here a big touchdown, Wolf to Shimani. We'll look at it twice.
Great job here. First of all, you talk about the route that was ran by Connor and being able to understand coverage, alignment, assignment, and spacing. And then you talk about the selflessness throughout when you see Matt Bookman making sure he's attacking the safeties inside half, which pulls the safety inside. Matt Casadas pacing the edge on the speed out. Great protection, great throw by Tyler Wolf, and Connor Shimani certainly knows what to do with the football once it's in his hands.
A couple young men that have been guests on the show this year, Maston and Casadas, team up for a pass breakup.
It's such a big play right here too. We wanted to make sure that we didn't give up any layups, and we certainly didn't do that on Friday night. We just didn't give them anything. They had to earn everything they got from us.
Nice D here by Connor Quindrat.
We worked this all week, this throwback screen that Delaware Valley loves to run out of a trips close set, and a great job by Connor Quindrat being able to bite the hip for a big play there that got a stop.
From the end zone, Wolf to Bookman.
So we scored that Shimani score. We get a stop, and we told ourselves right now this was our time to go. We start this drive from the 6-yard line. Great job by Matt Bookman on that play. We see here Tyler Wolf getting the ball once again to Ryan Matthews out on the edge. Ryan Matthews does a great job of getting another first down. We were really moving here offensively.
And this pass play gets you inside the 5.
Big time play here on a wheel route, understanding leverage once again, throwing it to the back shoulder. We're at the 6-yard line here at this time. A great play there by Ryan Matthews.
And we look at this last play twice. Matthew Casadas a catch for a first down.
Once again here, so we're working with a little under 3 minutes, and we talk about how much we work our 2 minute here, and being down 2 scores at this point. We knew we had to continue to work. A great job by our kids. Matt Casadas having the presence of mind, work outfield to get the first down, pace to the boundary here. That's just an example right there, and I thought it was important to show our kids never quit. And anybody who's watched us the last 2 years and has watched this year knows that no matter what the score is, we don't scoreboard watch. We play the game the way that it's intended to. Our kids never waver, and that's what I love about our program right now. We were down at one point 2 scores before that Connor Shimani catch. Mm-hmm. As soon as we caught that, everybody on the sideline said this has the Dallas feel to it right now. Right. There was nobody who wavered, nobody who was unsure. We had 11 minutes left in the football game, down 1 possession. It's really special because you could feel that in our program, and because it's not a cockiness, but it certainly is a confidence and an understanding right now of where we've been, where we're going, and where we're headed. We talk about in our program all the time, always approaching, never arriving, because our standard is the standard, and we always want to continue to climb and go higher and higher. But you certainly can feel right now that the guys who are affiliated with our program, they understand what's going on and something special is happening.
And I promised that we would get to this. You gave me this information a few weeks ago. But not only did your varsity group see success, but some of the future Cougars also saw success this year.
Absolutely. We had our freshman team this year who only had one loss, an early season loss. They had some tough games this year as well. They played a District 11 opponent in Emmaus, who is always a state power, so to speak, in the eastern half. So they had a really nice season. Our middle school program continues to progress and did a great job. Our junior varsity program, we unfortunately had a couple cancellations, not on our end, but other opponents were able to find some opponents for them to play. They ended up with only one loss on the season, and that loss was a result. We had some guys out due to contact tracing and all those things. So you look right now, and our program as a whole, that's what's important here for us to truly continue to have everybody understand is we're not just building a team, or we don't want to build a season. We want to build a true program here, and we feel we're certainly doing that in terms of from top to bottom, in terms of verbiage, in terms of understanding of players knowing their roles and how special this program is. And we talk about the history, and we want everybody to understand that when you put on that scarlet and silver jersey, it truly means something. Right. And our players, they do such a great job of that. Our coaches, everybody who's involved in our program, everybody who supports our program, I honestly can't be thankful enough for everyone right now. And like I said, it's really special where the Hazleton area football program is going.
We've talked about the future. After the break, we talk about the graduating seniors from the 2021 Hazleton area Cougars, and that's next here on Sports Talk.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328. Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783. Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
2020, it was certainly challenging, but now there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is certainly bright.
Enjoy our world-renowned water parks, classic resorts, breathtaking views, fabulous food. 2021 has arrived. We are back better than ever. Let's enjoy it. Find your enjoyment waiting at PoconoMountains.com.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, the season finale here on WILN, and this is your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner. I'm your host, Marty Burns, joined as always by head coach Dennis Bookman. And Coach, normally this is when we have a special guest on, but a special time, end of the season, talk about a group of seniors that were really big for you, and of course it starts up front.
Absolutely. We talk about that senior group, and it's not a big group in terms of numbers, but it's a big group in terms of productivity and heart, and those guys up front, they started. Being able to follow in the footsteps, so to speak, of the seniors we lost last year up front, that seemed to be everybody's kind of question mark there of who was going to step up for Jimmy Bugda and Jason Beaver and Seth Hunsinger and all those guys up front. And Raymond Abreu, Chris Sachs, Leo Kelly, Nikos Raypatch, they certainly answered the call. You're looking at 4 seniors there that will be so dearly missed. And the thing that truly I'm so grateful for with them is not only their leadership, but just the love they have for the game. We saw those guys on the show this year, and I mean, towards the end of the year, I don't know if anybody was having more fun on the ride we were on than a guy like Chris Sachs, who'd run out with a sledgehammer on Friday nights, and he got everybody going immediately, and he's on the sideline saying we could get a stop or let's run the ball as he's telling the offensive lineman. Just an incredible job by that group. Really special group, and what made them so special as well is not only did they perform on the field, but they performed in the classroom as well. Really special, a tough group to replace. We know our offense and defensive line are in great hands because of the leadership and the path that they've paved here for us.
And we had some fun with them this year, but I still can't figure out how Raymond has taken some of those classes that he takes.
Absolutely. It takes a really special person, and it takes somebody who truly is goal-driven and team-oriented, and he just does a fantastic job. Nikos, the way that he completely changed his body this year, not only for himself but also for our team. It's just such selfless people up front, and just a tremendous job by that group.
And they help protect and set things up for your skill guys, and of course led by who he self-proclaimed to be the most watched show here on Sports Talk, our guest Christian Price, but that group of skill players.
Absolutely. Christian Price, Mitchell Maston, 2 guys that just prided themselves on the little things. They were 2 guys. They do anything and everything that you would ask of them because it benefited the team. And they played multiple positions on both sides of the football. Played the third phase of special teams. Just really, really special guys there. Another player that we got a ton of productivity from this year is Trayvon Corchado. And unfortunately, because of the transfer rules of the PIAA, Trey wasn't able to play in the playoffs this year with us. So that was a loss for us. Certainly there, he was somebody who was second on the team in interceptions. He started to be able to carve out a role on special teams and offensively for us as well. And just a great kid, a great kid there. And then we continue with Jose Rodriguez, who made some monster catches for us in the slot at Dallas and then at Valley West. It continues then when you look at Jaden Johnson, who was a guy who not only played inside backer, but because of Kayvon and Ryan really starting to progress there, he slid down. He played some rush end for us as well, played special teams. Patrick Petrosky, who's another guy who has been in our program forever, from the Little Cougars all the way up through, did so many things for us in terms of scout team and being able to do everything and anything that was asked. And then that rounds out that skill group, Devin Youngcourt. It was his first year playing football this year, and he was somebody who loved it and said multiple times, I wish I started playing earlier on. So just a great group there, certainly going to be tremendously missed for a variety of reasons, and just did an absolutely outstanding job for us.
And then the final senior that we'll talk about, what a weapon you had on your special teams, and we're talking about Luke Russo.
We talked about him as the X factor. I remember sitting here talking to you about him before the Crestwood game last year, and I truly believe that he's one of the best special teams players in our district, not only just the conference. And his confidence continued to grow each and every day. He was somebody who had a gigantic field goal for us in the playoff game at home that was covered here. A guy that could do a little bit of everything for us in terms of punting, kicking, kickoffs, you name it. And he had a personality on him. He was so fun to be around every day. Like all these guys, I love them all dearly. Going to miss all of them. But as I said, what makes our program special is we're losing these guys in terms of productivity on the field. But as we saw with our seniors even last year, these guys are going to be around. They're going to do so many incredible things, but they're going to be in the locker room just like Kevin Molesky and Gavin Guza and Seth Hunsinger were this year. This group will be around as well.
Well, Coach, we have some thank yous to dish out before we wrap up this 2021 season, and we'll do that next.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
You know, Blaze Alexander, we understand that individuals win trophies, but teams win championships. From sales
to service.
From maintenance
to major service.
From Mazda to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram to Buick GMC. Good credit or bad, we got your back. So like I said, it takes a team. If you're in the market for a car, stop to the Great Alexander team at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and we're taking the deals. The other guys won't.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Have a little over 2 minutes remaining in the season finale of Sports Talk here on WYLN. Have some thank yous to give out, and as Coach has talked about so often, the great team at Hazleton area. We have a great team here at WYLN, and I got to thank two people behind the scenes. You think it's easy to make me look good? Well, it's very difficult to do, and got to thank Julia Wiegand and Ryan Osachi, who did a great job behind the scenes on Sports Talk all season long, and they've put up with me through the summer and then leading into this season of Sports Talk, and can't thank them enough for all the great work they've done. They're some of the best in the business that you could ever work with. So thank you so much, guys, for a great season. And Coach, got to thank you for a great season. You've put together another great group of coaches and quality young men on your football team, whether at the games and getting to talk to some of the assistant coaches and some of your players, or having them come on the show. Another great group of respectful young men that it's been a pleasure, and it's a shame that it goes so fast. But thank you and your football Cougars.
Thank you so much too. It's a joy to be able to do this with you each year, and you know. It's such a privilege to be able to lead our program and work side by side with you and the great group we have back there, and also in our program in terms of our coaches, our players, and everybody affiliated. We're excited for not only the present, but we're really excited for the future here in our program, and thank you so much. Go Cougars.
And thank you so much to the fans that have joined us all season long here on Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. So for one final time in 2021, for head coach Dennis Bookman, I'm Marty Burns, saying so long. You've been watching Sports Talk all season long here on WYLN, and as always, it's been brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner. We'll see you in 2022.